Dear children, praise the Lord. For so many things we have to praise the Lord. For His unconditional love. And He is the one who saves us from all the dangers. And He is the one who consoles us all the times in our troubles. And He is our best guide and friend. So we have to praise the Lord. Children, if you want to achieve anything in your life, you must begin something new. Because the expert in everything was once a beginner. Think about so many experts. Even take Dr. Abdul Kalam. Even though he was born in a very poor family, but he began his life in different manner. And he uses all the chances what was given to him. That's why he became the expert in science. Like that, if you want to be expert in everything, you be a beginner. Will you? Yes. Welcome back to our social class, children. We are learning civics unit 4 about road rule safety and regulations, which is an important lesson for all the one to know at this age. Civics unit 5, road rule safety and regulations. Let us recall what we learned so far. Civics unit 5, road safety rules and regulations. This is an important lesson to all of us to know about. Especially you children must know about the road safety rules and regulations, because without the awareness of this, you may cause any accident or you may miss any accident, which is very dangerous for your life. So you must know about road safety rules and regulations. Let's recap what we learned so far. First, we saw importance of road safety. So every day in newspapers and the reports, there are a lot of accidents we heard about. So road accidents are undesired events which lead to injury or death. That's why the problem does not lie with the roads, it is our carelessness that results in such misfortune. The loss of life results in the loss of livelihood. So our traffic is a heterogeneous one, and there is a lot of high-speed vehicles. There is a lot of problems in that. And the direct consequence of accidents are fatality, injury, property damage, etc. So every one of us must know about the road safety. It's importance for everyone to learn and have awareness about the road safety. Next, we learned about reasons for the road accidents. Some of the reasons, important reasons for the road accidents are overspeeding, drunken driving, distraction to drivers, red light jumping, avoiding safety gears. Especially overspeeding is the high important cause for the road accidents. And also the tailgating is illegal and most of the people are doing nowadays. Drunken driving, the consumption of alcohol reduces the concentration and it also hampers the vision and it leads to road accidents. Then distraction to drivers, like talking to mobile phone, adjusting mirrors while driving and stereo in the vehicle, animals on the road, banners and billboards, etc. That also make distraction to the drivers which lead to accidents. Red light jumping, that is not obeying the traffic rules, and those who are not obeying that, it leads to the accidents. The traffic signals were not followed properly by all the drivers, but because for saving the time they are red light jumping, so it leads to accident. And avoiding the safety gears, two important safety gears. While traveling in four-wheelers, we must wear seat belts, and while traveling two-wheelers, we must wear the helmets. That are two important safety gears, but most of the people are avoiding that. So all these 5 are the important causes for the road accidents. Next, we saw some of the safety measures to be followed. Always keep to the left while driving. And at bends and turns, what we have to do? We have to slow down on bends and turns. And while driving the two-wheelers, we must use helmets and we must have the habit of strapping them also. And never exceed the speed limit. So in each and every road, every traffic condition area, there is a speed limit. We must follow that. And maintain the right distance. That it should not collide with the, or don't go as clusters. So tailgating is an illegal one. Everything. Keep out of the, just to keep a proper distance from other vehicles. and park the vehicles only along the designated parking zones and use parking lights and also the indicators while you are taking right turn or left turn, and follow the road signs. Road signs are mostly pictorial, so it has to be followed properly. And some other safety tips like never ever drink when you drive when you drink, and never use cell phones while driving, avoid listening to the loud music, check your mirrors before changing the lanes, always wear seat belt in four-wheelers, always remain calm while driving and not yell or shout at the pedestrian or the drivers. As a pedestrian, you should cross the road only at the zebra crossing. The 2 minutes time that you waste for signals are the worthier for your life. To save your 2 minutes, if you're not obeying the signals, you have to lose your life. So never cross the road on red or yellow lights. Take a sidewalk and avoid walking on the road. And for emergency, we have to call 108 for emergency service. And for traffic accidents, we have to call 103. So these are things already we learned in the previous class. Shall we enter into today's class? Yes. So apart from the traffic rules, there are a lot of traffic signs are there. Different categories of traffic signs are there. Children, while you are walking or traveling along the road, you may see small pictures which are showing left turn, right turn, speed breaker, school zone, hospital zone. There is a hairpin bending is coming while you are traveling on the mountain. These are all comes under the traffic signs. So what are the different categories of traffic signs? Let us see about that. The first category of signs is the mandatory signs. What's the first category of signs? The traffic signs. They are broadly divided into three categories. The first category is traffic sign is mandatory. That is, violation of any mandatory traffic sign is offence or punishable by law by the Roadways and Transport Department. Have you seen these pictures, children? What is the first picture? It is avoid right turn, avoid U-turn, avoid left turn, pressing one way, no sound horn. So these are the pictorial representation which are giving information to the drivers, those who are driving the vehicle. And the 50, that means the speed limit of the road is 50. Like that. So all the things should be known to the drivers and known to all the people, everyone, those who are driving. So the mandatory signs are the first category of traffic signs, and if you are not obeying that, it is punishable by the law. Which department is controlling that? Roadways and Transport Department of India. The second category of signs is cautionary signs, which give caution to the people. That is, make the people to awareness about the left turn. There is a left turn is there. The turning cannot be visible at certain meters. So left turn, right turn, and there is a single way, and the men is at work. There is railway station is nearby, and there is a traffic light junction, school zone. These are the informations making caution to the drivers to drive slowly. So there are 40 categories of cautionary signs have been added by the Roadways and Transport Department. How many cautionary traffic signs? 40 cautionary. The main function of the cautionary signs is to warn the driver to take necessary action to manage the situation. Suppose driver is coming near the railway gates, means he has to slow down. And if he is going near the school zone, means he should be very careful, avoid rash driving. And there is a left turn is there, means he must be take alert while taking the left turn. So all the cautionary signs are giving cautions to the driver. These are also framed by the Department of Roadways and Transport. The third category of signs by Roadways and the department is informatory signs. These signs provide information to the drivers through the boards. For example, nearby restaurant, public telephone booth, hospital, petrol bunk, and a coffee shop is there. So many informations are given through the drivers when they are going for a long drive through there is a bypass ways you are driving or along the four ways, and very rarely only we can find some of the shops or some places. In their places we can find these boards to guide us to get the informations. So the traffic signs are broadly divided into three categories. What are they? Mandatory, cautionary, and informatory. These are all very important for the drivers to get to know the rules and to the condition of the road and to get informations. You too know about these signs. So hereafter, while you are going outside, you try to understand if you see any traffic board, what is the sign, what does it give the information, whether it is giving caution or whether it is giving information or it is a mandatory one. Like that you try to find it out. Will you, children? Let us see about the next topic, traffic signals, which is common one. At every road junction we can see the traffic signals. Everybody is aware about this, I think. It is a familiar one to all of us. Let us see about what does this traffic signal tell us. Children, are you familiar with this? Yes, it's a common thing where you can see this at the road junctions, at the intersection of roads, especially on the very busy roads. Nearby our school, where you can find this? Yes, near the Palangotai junction. It is called as the Palangotai signal. Palai signal, because it is a busy road. To control the traffic, 3 roads are intersected there. One is from the new bus stand, another one is from the junction side, and one is from our high ground road. So to control the traffic, the police department, that is the roadways department, they fixes the traffic signal at that junction. And it consists of 3 lights. Do you know about the lights? Yes, everyone is knowing about that. Red light indicates us to stop behind the line. And the second one is, it is amber or in yellow, the signal indicates stop, do not pass through, and start until green shows. If by mistake you are caught in yellow signal in the middle of a large road crossing, continue with care, do not accelerate in panic. Okay, and the last one is a green. The signal indicates that you may go if the way is clear. So 3 color lights are there in the signal. So what do they say to us? The red says stop, yellow says get ready to go, and green asks us to go. Apart from the 3 major color signals, in some places we can see the steady green arrow signal. Always the green arrow signal is there. The signal may be provided in addition to the full green signal. This indicates to proceed with the caution in the direction the arrow points. So the steady green arrow signal, what does it indicate? It indicates to proceed with the caution in the direction of the arrow points. In some other places we can see the flashing red signal. Red signal is off and on like that. Flashing red signal, if you see in any of the places, you must come to complete stop and proceed only the way is clear. So apart from the regular traffic signals, red, yellow and green, we have steady green arrow signal and also flashing red signal. Another places we can see the flashing yellow signal. What does it indicate? It indicates to slow down and proceed with caution. So apart from the regular traffic signals, we have steady green arrow signal that may provide us addition information to proceed with caution in the direction in the arrow points. And the flashing red signal, it means to come to a complete stop. And only the way is clear, then we have to proceed. Next, flashing yellow signal also indicates to slow down and proceed with caution. Let us see some of the traffic rules in India, which was passed by the Motor Vehicle Act of 1988. Traffic rules in India. The traffic rules in India were passed by the Motor Vehicles Act, which was passed in the year 1988 by the Parliament of India and came into force in the year 1989. It's applicable to the whole of India. The whole nation. The Motor Vehicles Act was passed in the year 1988 by the Parliament of India and it came into force from 1989. So let us see some of the important traffic rules in India. The first one is about the one-way road. If you are traveling on one-way road, the driver should allow the overtaking vehicle through the right. No overtaking should be taken through the left. And another thing is, never park the vehicle in reverse on one-way street. So the first one is about one-way road. On one-way road, what is very important, overtaking should be allowed through the right side of the driver. Next, on the two-way road, the driver should drive always on the left side of the road. So the first condition on one-way road, overtaking only through the right. And on the two-way road, Driver should always drive the vehicle only on the left. Next condition is driver should slow down the vehicle at all the junctions. Wherever 2 road meet, 3 road meets or 4 road meets, at all the junctions, even if it is a small one or there is no traffic is there, he must slow down the vehicle. Next one is in some of the prohibited areas like hospital zones, school zones, etc. Drivers should not use the horns. There is no sound horn should be used by the drivers in the prohibited areas. Which are the prohibited areas? Hospital zones, school zones, etc. Another important responsibility of the drivers is to give way to the emergency vehicles like ambulance, fire engines, any army conveyors, which are very fastly going to put off some of the hazards or disasters, any fire accidents or emergency cases in the ambulance. It is the responsibility of the drivers to give ways to them. And during night times, using of the beam lights, that is high beam light should be used by the driver only when it is necessary. Or otherwise the driver should dim the lights when they are oncoming vehicles or the driving closely behind another, because the high beam lights will be a distraction to the other vehicle drivers. So the driver should use the high beams only when it is necessary. When the driver is going to slow down the vehicle at the fast moving train, he must slow it down by putting his right arm and swinging it up and down gently. So people, when you are driving a vehicle in future, suppose in a fast going road, very busy road, when you are going to slow down, to make the person, those who are coming behind you, to notice that you have to put your right arm and swing it up and down gently. So when the driver is going to stop his vehicle suddenly, he should not do that. He must raise the arm vertically for the indication to the other vehicle behind him, that is, he is going to stop the vehicle. For slowing down the vehicle, the right arm should be gently swing it up and down. But for stopping the vehicle, the right arm should be raised up vertically for the indication that he is going to stop. For turning right, the driver has to extend his arm straight with the palm facing front. If the palm is facing front and the hand is straight, it is showing that the driver is going to turn right. For turning right, he has to put his arm straight with the palm facing front. But for turning right, he has to rotate the hand in the anti-clockwise direction. You know what is clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction? The reverse form of our regular direction. That is called as the anti-clockwise direction. The driver should do to turn left. Suppose in case of emergency, the drivers are allowed to use the hazard indicators. That is, hazard indicators means which will switch on both the indicators at the same time. Left indicator and right indicators are on a vehicle and it should turn at any time, any direction. That should be used only with the permission in case of emergency. And another important law passed by the Motor Vehicle Act of 1988 is on two-wheelers only 1 billion rider. But have you seen like that, children? Most of the two-wheelers, the fronts are going as 3 triples or more than 3 people, and some of the family men also carrying their whole family in the two-wheelers, but that is offensible against the law. So on a two-wheeler, only 1 billion rider is allowed according to the road safety law. There is a Motor Vehicles Act of 1988. Electronic horns are allowed nowadays, but the horn should not really shrill, irritating or loud. The horn should be mild and it should not make any irritating noise. And no vehicle should be parked beside or behind the emergency vehicle. What are the emergency vehicle? Ambulance, fire engine and police vehicle. And if you are park your vehicle behind this, it is punishable by the law. And the individual doing so has to pay fine. So these are some of the traffic rules framed by the Motor Vehicles Act of 1988. So according to our Indian Constitution, the Indian Penal Code was passed to file a criminal case against the people who make death due to their rashness or negligence under section 304A. Indian Penalty Code of 304A. The police will file a criminal case under this section and deals with the offences relating to death due to rashness and negligence of the driver. Children, do you have the habit of noticing the number plates in the vehicles? Each and every vehicle, there are different, not in each and every vehicle, but some of the vehicle they are having different color number plates. Do you know what does the color indicate? Yes, there are different meanings, different colors of number plates. If it is a red number plate, it is used in the vehicle for the President of India and governors of the state. The highest position, the President of India and governors of the state, their cars only they are using the red number plates, like the high position people. And there is a blue number plate, it is given to a vehicle that is used by the foreign delegates or ambassadors. So red number plate, it is used by the President of India or governors of state and some other highest authorities. And the blue number plate, it is used by the foreign delegates and ambassadors. And white number plate, it is for us, the common citizen. The car belongs to a common citizen. And yellow number plate means it is a commercial vehicle. On lorries and some other taxis, call taxis, you can see the yellow number plate. Children, if you want to drive a vehicle, what are the essential documents you must possess, Know this. You are all more interested in driving. Without the knowledge of your parents or your elder brothers or uncle, you are trying to drive their bikes. Or some of you are trying to drive your father's car. But do you have all these documents? One is a driving license. It should be in your name, not your father's or elder brother's driving license. It should be in your name. At what age can you get your driving license? After you have completed 18 years only. And the second one is the registration certificate of the vehicle, or C book. That is known as the registration certificate of the vehicle. And taxation certificate for the vehicle. That is, to drive a vehicle on the road, we must pay the road tax. That certificate. Next, insurance certificate for the vehicle. Everybody should take insurance of the vehicle. That certificate. And the fitness certificate, not your fitness. The vehicle is in the correct fit condition. Some of the times, auto uncles may say that auto is going to for FC. FC means to getting FC. That is fitness certificate. And also for four-wheelers, there is lorry, bus, something else. To go to one state to another state, they must get the permit. You see at the back of the lorries, they wrote the state names, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, like that. That is for that state, they got the permit certificate like that. So if any person who want to drive a vehicle, on the following or the essential document should be possessed by him. What are they? Driving license, registration certificate, taxation certificate, insurance certificate, fitness certificate, and for the heavy vehicles, permit certificate also. So children, this lesson we have seen categories of traffic signs. What are mandatory signs, cautionary signs, informatory signs, and what are the informations given by them. All these signs are designed by the Roadways and Transport Department. Next we saw the traffic signals, which consists of three important colors and which is fixed at the road intersection and pedestrian crossing to indicate when it is safe to drive, ride or walk. Red color indicates stop, yellow color indicates get ready, and green color indicates to go. Apart from that, there is a steady green arrow signal. There is a caution to move in the direction of the arrow points. And a flashing red signal means we must completely stop. And a flashing yellow signal, it asks us to slow down and proceed with caution. Next we have seen traffic rules in India, which was passed by the Motor Vehicle Act 1988 and they came into force in 1989. There is on one-way and on two-way, then at the road junctions, road intersection, using of the horns, and when high beam light should be used, and while crossing how the driver should show his hand, and while turning right, turning left, in case of emergency what should be used, and only in two-wheeler only 1 billion rider, and about the parking of the vehicle, everything we have seen, and about the Indian penal code also, that is 304A, the police can file a case against the people, those who are breaking the rules. And we see about different number plates in India, about the red color, blue color, white and yellow, which is used by the common people, white. For presidents and governors of the state, red color. And for the foreign delegates or ambassadors, blue color. And for commercial vehicle, red color. And we have also seen what are the essential documents should be possessed by a driver. So I hope that you understood the class well, go through it well and do the homework given in the homework page. So dear children, God bless you all with His grace and wisdom. Be obedient. Always have the fear of Lord to get the wisdom from Him. Thank you children. God bless you all. Bye.